Hello and good afternoon. I almost said good morning. How is everybody? Carrie, Tracy, say hey.
Hey guys, hey, happy Sunday.
We are so excited. I mean, I'm excited. I guess I shouldn't speak for you two.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm super
I am too.
excited.
Everybody's got so many cool things going on over there. You got your cinch now. Is the cinch, just in case people want to know as they're prepping? We'll talk a little bit about that. But Carrie, are you using your full size cinch for today's project?
I'm going to use a full size cinch. The mini cinch, just to let you guys know, would not work on this 3/8 inch size. It will
Okay,
not bind this small size. I didn't know that till last night, till I tried it. So,
gotcha.
yeah, I'm going to use the full size one.
Well, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be looking at that box of cheap things that I bought and seeing how many of them I have to discard because they don't work. Oh, hi, Joanne. Hey, Carol. Hi, Stacy. We were just talking about you.
Angela, we getting some stats
Susie
on your
Allen.
end.
Hello. Hi, Jennifer H. Denise Gardner. Hi, Susan. What are y'all working at? And Maddie's here and Sean. They were the first ones in. Good morning. Or no, good afternoon. I've been down in this craft room for way too many hours, so I feel like I have no idea what time of day it is. What's everybody
And
working on? Yeah,
Angela, we're getting a lot of static. It sounds like coming from your end.
I have everything on mute.
I hear Angela really well. It's Carrie, I hear the static on
Oh,
your end.
it is on my end. Okay, I
Yeah.
might have to jump out and come back in. Then I don't know what's going on.
Hit mute for a second just to make sure that it is indeed you before you go. Okay. Do you hear anything, Tracy? It sounds okay to
I do
me.
not hear anything. You're clear.
Okay.
All right,
Shawn is saying she hears the static from Carrie's end.
I'm gonna get out and come back in.
Okay. So a couple of things while we're waiting for Carrie. If I'll let Carrie do this first. We're going to do kind of a round robin. So Tracy has agreed to go first to show her technique. Both Tracy and I are using small playing cards. Carrie is using the postcard size to do her cinch project. Um, so if you have a cinch and you want to follow along with her, you might want to bust that out. But Tracy, anything special that if they want to craft along with you that they will need other than a couple playing cards?
So a couple playing cards. I'm using file folder to make my base for the journal. And I'm using that spine part there. That's where I'm folding it. I have to get my spine, just some paper for signatures. And let's see, 2-inch strips of fabric for your spine and some kind of
Okay.
ribbon for closure. And then I went ahead and pulled because I added a dangle on these little
Mhm.
Christmas ones because I think they could be used for ornaments or journals, either one. And I just think it makes it look cute.
Yeah, that would be a cute little thing too. Like, when you said ornaments, it reminded me like, my kids are older, but they love um gift cards. So you could actually stick a gift card inside that with the little notebook
Oh, that's a
and
good idea.
have like your presents on the tree. Oh,
Yeah.
Carrie, when you came back, I heard a lot of.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's doing that. I've
Just so
got
you know, she
every.
sounded perfect before we started.
Yeah,
Yeah. Before we started, there was no sound issue.
and I have everything on StreamYard set up. The echo cancellation, everything set up right. So I'm not sure. I've got everything on my laptop, which is the only other device I have. It's all like there's nothing open, no other thing open.
Carrie, did you have to turn off your phone completely and turn it back on?
Let me try it.
Okay. thank you guys for being patient. Sometimes technology just happens, and like I said, it was perfect beforehand. I'm gonna take
I
her
just
off of.
have to say, Angela, your screen has got so much yumminess on it right now. I just love your journals that you made. Oh my goodness.
Yours are adorable too. I know. I'm just excited because, like I said to you before, it's like these are a little bit bigger. They're not just the playing card, but there's just something so fun about holding these little cuties in your hands.
Oh, no, they are fun for size.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
I can't
really,
wait to see how you make yours.
I let's see if I remember how I had to really think about it. I had to step away on one of them and walk back. I was like, what is my problem? I can't remember how I do this. Um, but what I do think is if there's folks that are watching either now or on the replay that have never really even ever done a junk journal
Mhm.
or done any binding, I think this size actually is a really safe place to start.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, instead of getting a whole big journal and cutting all those pages and doing all of that stuff, I mean, you're basically, you can work with just scraps if you want to.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's what's
that's what's really
beautiful.
neat about these is it's a great way to utilize like scraps from when you cut signature pages
Yep.
and stuff like that because you're not using a large piece.
Yeah. And it feels so good too, doesn't it? Like keep my scraps all in this little bag here that my Mo made me. So I have two of these and it has like
Mhm.
this great big weight and it goes over my door here or my cabinet door. And so to
Well,
be
that
able
would
to
be
just,
cool. I love that.
isn't that neat? They're really cool.
That is
They
a great
actually,
idea. I love that.
I have the directions to do it. I could probably make some. The round part is actually boning that would go like in a corset or, a
Okay.
formal dress. That's what's around to the top of it. But it feels really good to be able to just like pull tons of this out and use it up and go, oh,
Mhm.
I've just like cleared off my stash a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. Hi, Janet. Hey, Joanne. Well, Jennifer brought it up about the soup, and I don't know if Carrie is making gumbo. She said everybody is today. Are you making gumbo today, Carrie?
Not making gumbo today, but next week it's coming because I think we're going to hit in the high 60s over here.
Ooh,
Oh
exciting.
yeah.
I know.
And Dave prepped last night. Has got homemade creamy French onion soup in the crock pot. So my house smells amazing. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you guys. You sound perfect now, Carrie.
Cool
Yes.
deal. Cool deal.
You do. Um, so we going over while you were gone. Tracy kind of gave everybody, if you want to participate and join in, then she gave them a list of like things that you might want to have at the ready. Uh, and what we'll do so you guys can see this better is Tracy's going to go first, so we'll make her big on the screen, and Carrie and I will be in the background just chatting with you all, but that way you can see exactly what each of us is doing. And then Carrie's going to cinch it up after that, and then I'll follow up with the two no so techniques that are pretty quick and easy. But here's the thing. Carrie got her smarty pants on yesterday and she's like, hey, we should do a giveaway. So each of us
Mhm.
are going to do giveaways today, which thank you, Carrie, for coming up with that brilliant idea. So at the end of each one of our tutorials, then we'll draw for a prize. So sometime during Tracy's, you will start off by using the word banana and tell us if you've ever so you use the word banana in your comment because that will get you entered into the automatic drawing, and then tell us if you've ever created a playing card or small journal this is. So dealio, and then we'll come up with a couple other questions to ask you that might not be junk journal related. They may, we just don't know, but there'll be two more words and two more chances to win.
And I'm going to let
Yeah.
you guys have pick of the ones that I make. I will have this one, obviously. And then this was my prototype. If you'd like the prototype, it's a little bit bigger. I used a bigger card. And then any that I get made today. I'll come back and show
Which
you
you'll
what.
probably like 25 of them.
I wish. I don't know about that.
Oh,
They are fun to make, though.
they sure are. And I want to take a second to thank you too for just jumping in and going with the crazy idea. I had some ideas to do different bindings, and I'm like, well, how much more fun would it be to do this with friends and not just me on a recorded video? So thank you both for being here with me. Tell your friends, tell them to hop over because we're gonna have a party on this Sunday. And we're going to get started in just a second. Also, if you have not subscribed to all three of our channels, take a minute to do that. And that's Carrie the Paper Monkey and Tracy Hines, aka Nanner Banana, and of course myself. You're on my channel. And we have a lot of people, but that have not actually created small journals like this with playing cards. And Maddie says that she hasn't, but she would use banana playing cards if she did. Hi, Don H.
I would love to find some banana playing cards.
I know that would be awesome. All right, I am gonna. If you guys are all in agreement, I'm gonna make Tracy head of the household for the remainder of our time. This looks great, Tracy. You can see your screen wonderfully. Hi, Debbie DePaul.
Good deal. All right, guys, I'm going to get started right now. You're going to start out with, like I said, I used manila folder. You can see this is the part, this is how it would show up. And I cut it. This is 5 by 3.5. And then it has a 3/4 inch spine, and that's built in with the way the manila folder is made. First thing I'm going to do is curve the corners. And then we are going to put...
You've been creating for a long time when you have the creative memories corner rounder.
Right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my material on. This is just a 2-inch strip. You could also use ribbon for this part. And just going to put some glue down.
So Tracy, when you said you were using a file folder, and did you score it at the spine first, or did you just use the natural score line in your file folder?
I just used the natural score line in the file folder.
Easy peasy.
Yes, and you can get from like the smaller size file folder, you can get 3 of these out of one file folder. So that's quite a bit if you have one file folder.
That is. How many of you guys have a plethora of playing cards?
I have quite a few. I wish I had more Christmas ones. I pulled all the Christmas ones I had, but
I'll have to see if I have some Christmas ones. I think I have like some Coca-Cola Christmas, maybe some Norman Rockwell. I'll have to go through my stash and see, and I'll send you some.
Thank you.
Carolyn says I do for sure.
Oh, how exciting. You'll have to share those if you have Instagram or something like that. Do like a little share your Christmas cards. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ink up the edge of this so it doesn't look so stark against the card. And since the card has green, I'm using the green. Whatever color your card is, I would recommend using that type of ink to ink around the edge.
I love that you do that. I like to use different colors, colors that coordinate instead of just a, brown or a black.
Right. Yeah, these inks are so much fun.
I still have all mine from Close to My Heart, and I've had a lot of years, and they still work great.
Oh, yeah. So I go ahead and round 2 of the edges of the card. And same with the back edge. Aren't these the cutest little cards? The Christmas story.
He's so cute.
Gosh, I'll have to remember to not be right under the camera when I'm gluing. That was a lot. We hit the glue bottle. All right. So we're putting the card down. And then flip it over, and I'm going to go ahead and use some scrapbook paper. This is also cut 3.5 by 2.5, same size as the card. And you can see you could use green, or I think red would look good as well, since we've got the red there in the wording. And I think I'm going to use red in this case. And I'm just
Is that
rounding the
fabric?
corners. This is scrapbook paper here.
Oh, wow. Susan says she thinks she has a problem. She just went to an estate sale and bought more. No problem, girl.
More cards? Oh, I don't think you can have enough cards because you can use them for ephemera and all kinds of things. You can alter them, make great vases. And they're fun too for doing swaps because we don't necessarily need a full deck.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
And
Now,
I'm not playing with a full deck most of the time, are you?
no, definitely not. What fun would that be?
Exactly.
Okay, so you may need to trim a little bit since we want that to be able to open and close easily. So there's a little bit of trimming on there.
Most of us don't, Dawn.
All right. And now I am going to punch some holes for the signature. I'll also be adding 3 eyelets. One at the top here for the dangle and one on each side for the closure.
That's a nice touch. I love eyelets.
Right. Set her out to put some eyelets in.
I know you haven't gotten there yet, but in your mock-up, in your prototype,
Mhm.
about how many pages, if somebody's crafting along, about how many pages, if they're folding them and want to be doing that, how many did you use approximately?
So I used a total of 8 pages, and so 4 in each signature.
Okay, and so you have 2 signatures.
Yes, and then I'm doing 2 signatures. You could probably do 3 if you wanted, but that gives you enough to have, like, I think 32 total pages. And
And then
right.
Susan asked, what measurements do you use for the holes?
Okay, so I just made a little template by cutting one of the spines out of my manila folder, and I basically eyeballed where I wanted my holes to be, and I just made sure the one next to it was lined up. And then as far as the eyelets, I just put that at the very top and one on each side of here. Does that answer your question?
And you know that I like your answer there because a lot of like I notice my playing cards, they're all different sizes. Not all of them are
Right. Yeah, especially if you're, I've noticed that too, because I was going to do some Whitman cards, but I noticed they were a different size, and I just pulled all my standard playing cards. That way I'd be operating using the same size on everything, just to keep it simple for the tutorial.
right.
Right, now it's time to sew in the signatures.
Carrie, Carol wants to know if you're okay back over there.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Actually, I don't want a marker. I think I can just see that edge. And then you may notice that this is a little bit shorter than what the spine is for the signature pages. And I just made a little mark on my little tin plate to know to line the pages up so they line up perfectly when I sew them in.
I'm interested to bust out that thing that I got the other day at the thrift store that is supposed to be the binding tool.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like I might need an engineering degree to operate it, but
All right. Now then, let's get some thread and we can start sewing the signature in. And I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So nothing too hard there.
oh, I like your little kit.
Thank you. I've got different ones, but this one has came in so handy. I like that it has all the different colors. I've got it on Amazon.
Nice. Oh, Joanne, that's a good idea. That's exactly what I'll do. I do better. I'm not one of those people that likes to read the directions. I would rather watch a YouTube video. So good advice. I'll try it.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut the string I need for my dangle, and I'm just making it 12 inches long, and then it'll be obviously half of that. And I'll just need 2 of those.
Susie says Leslie's in the house. You know, I bought some. Of course, I just organized it the other day, so I don't have any handy in front of me. But um, it's what you use to punch needle with. So it's kind of a cross between embroidery floss and um, yarn. So it's kind of got a fuzzy feel to it, and it works really well for small. Like I wouldn't use it on a big binding project, um, but I did notice like you have to use more than one strand, like a couple of strands in order to feel comfortable with it. But it really looks pretty. So if you ever find it, they're usually in little rolls.
Like, are those the short um little pieces, Angela, of like yarn?
Yeah, they're
Or
like
no?
probably like about maybe a size and a half bigger than like a spool of thread. And I'll show you one. I'll get one out and have it. So when we have a break, I'll show you what it is. But somebody had like a huge, like a 20-gallon tote full of it. And I just bought a few colors, and I thought, well, this looks like fun. I think I'll try it. You can't strong arm it, but they're cute little, and they look cute on your, and that's always important. Hey, Gigi, did I see Meredith join us? Or no, maybe not. From
Meredith's laundry room is so cute. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but she gave us a peek at her laundry room, and it's just precious.
I don't care what I do to my laundry room. It never be precious to me. I hate doing laundry.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add in the thread for the dangle.
Oh, I like how you're doing that. Yeah, that's a much easier way to do that, Tracy, than me adding all kinds of extra hardware to it. Cute.
Well, for these little ones, I didn't want to create too much bulk. So again, on the ties, I'm cutting these 12 inches long. I'm going to go ahead and put those on. And when I'm off camera, I will add the little dangles and things. I won't take up too much time for everyone else showing how to make their journals because it takes me a little while to pick what I want on my dangle. But basically, all I'm doing with that is just like if you've ever made a dangle, it's same thing, just in a much smaller scale.
So you just put a couple things on, tie a knot, add a few more things.
I do 3 per string and tie a knot. Yeah.
Can you pull it down just a little bit farther towards you?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, super cute. And then you just use your button.
So cute, Tracy.
But that's about it. I think it's pretty straightforward. And while you ladies are working on showing us how you make yours, I'm going to keep making these. And if they want to come back and let me know which one they would like when I get these done, then
so
that would be the giveaway.
You bet. So here's what I will do, Tracy. If you missed it, we are each doing a giveaway today of one of our journals that we make. And so what Tracy was saying is you can choose one of those, put in the word for Tracy. The word was banana, and it was, have you ever made mini journals, whether it be of playing cards or something like that. So just write the word banana. That gets you into the automatic giveaway. I'll give you a couple seconds. And then I will draw for that. So you'll know who your winner is, Tracy. And then when we come back, after you've made 150 of those today, then they can pick which one that they would like.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Awesome. So if you haven't put in banana, let me go see how many people have put in. Ooh, we got.
Yeah, Tracy, hold it up and let's see your product there. It's so cute.
Yeah, and I'm getting ready. Like I said, I'm going to add some cuteness to that dangle.
That'd be fun to see after you.
Yeah.
So adorable.
Love it. Okay, we're getting some more bananas in here. All right, last call. I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna draw for the Nana. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Nana banana giveaway. Hang on. No, I don't want to leave the studio. They changed things a little bit here. There we go. It is super adorable. Share my screen. Here we go. Here we go. This is my favorite part of any live is when I get to see all your pretty faces. Quickly scrolling as we give this away. All right, let's see who it's going to be. See what I'm saying? Look at all those cute faces. Janet Birdsall,
Hey,
congratulations.
Janet,
You
congrats.
are our winner. Okay, let me put Janet's name down here. And I do have Janet's mailing information, so I can,
Yeah, if you want to just text that to me, that'd be perfect.
you bet.
All
And then
right.
hopefully she'll stick around so she can choose her prize of the day. Congratulations, girl. So now, while we watch Tracy and we're all on screen here, Miss Carrie, you're going to show us what a cinch it is to put a journal to a mini
I
together.
love
Well,
it.
this is why I've been a little quiet here because it's really not, it's a little bit more involved, believe it or not. But what I will say is this, two things real quick. So I have both the large cinch and I have the mini cinch. As you can imagine, the smaller the playing card, it is easier to work with the mini cinch because you kind of, just from the physics of it, really, you kind of get lost in trying to punch the holes in this smaller card because you have to get in the, let me say this, I have to get in here to see where my center is. Even though I'm using my centering ruler, mark it, it's just a little bit more involved. If I punch this with the mini cinch, it's such visually that it's easier to punch with the mini cinch. Now, here's the caveat to that. The mini cinch will not bind the 3/8 coil. Now, I don't know if that's a design flaw or what, but it does not bind that coil.
And
The
also speaking of coils, Carrie, would you fill them in on
Mhm.
just so
Yeah.
you don't make my mistake?
So Angela was having trouble binding her 3/8 inch coil on her large cinch machine. So when we jumped on before all you guys got here, I said, well, she was like, well, let me walk through it with you before we jump on. I said, okay. Well, come to find out, the type of coil that Angela bought was not a 2-to-1 pitch. And when you work with the cinch machine, the coils have to be a 2-to-1 pitch. It's something it's in the description of the coils that you buy. And if it's not in the description, don't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the difference. So there's a couple of unique, and I hate to make it sound so complicated because really and truly, overall, the cinch machine it's not, if y'all always hear me say this, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's just like, this is my first time binding, well, one of my first times binding something this small, and I do have the luxury of having this mini cinch machine, but for the purposes of this demonstration, we're just going to use the large cinch machine because you can do it. But
So
that is why I've been so quiet, because I've been over here trying to concentrate on,
well,
what's the center here?
yeah. Well, I just have to say thank you because I was really thinking about getting a mini cinch because I thought the only way I could get those 3/8
Mm-mm.
pieces when
Yeah.
the whole time it was not my
Mm-mm.
machine. So now at least I know I don't have the mini cinch would be nice to have in the camper, for example, if I find one for $1 out of ollies that don't exist in the state
Yeah,
I live
like
in.
Tamara yesterday said she saw one at the thrift store for $10. I was like, get in the car now.
That's what I
Go
said
get
too. I'm like,
it.
run back. um, but at least I know I can do everything that I need to do, and that advice about those coils is huge. Now, I really
Mhm.
did test all the other huge box that I had bought to see if all the rest are okay, and they are. So it just
Good.
seems like those really tiny ones
Mm-hmm.
are the ones that don't work. And is it fair to say that anything with the cinch needs a 2-to-1 pitch for any size coil that you,
Yes. The
okay,
coils have to be a 2-to-1 cinch, 2-to-1 pitch. If it's the cinch machine you're using, that's
gotcha.
the only, because there are other machines, right? Is it the Zutter? I'm not
Yep,
sure if what the Zutter uses, but I know the cinch is a 2-to-1 pitch. Yep,
got
yep,
it.
yep, yep, yep,
Thank you.
yep. You're welcome.
So
Thank y'all.
if the girls are going to want to follow along, or if they just want
Yes.
to know what supplies they need, you want to go over that? I'm going to hit
I
mute
will
for a
real
second.
quick because I don't want to bore y'all, but listen. So these are the smaller ones. So these are 3/8, but I will also say I was able to score these, the actual cinch brand at Ollie's, but this is a 0.625 at Ollie's for $1. So if you guys have been, hitting your Ollie's here lately, look for those if you're considering the cinch or if you have a cinch, because I was able to get that here. So like I said, one of the things that I used was my corner rounder, my big corner rounder, in order to round the papers and the back that I used for my playing cards, because my playing cards did have corner rounds. I didn't do it on this one, but the other ones I did do it on. Um, and then what else? So you will also need a wire cutter tool, because for your coils, you have to cut them down to size, right? You're gonna have to do that. Now, the inside pages, I'll show you some of the, and I've always used this kind of paper, but whenever I do these kind of what I consider off projects, because you can cinch anything, okay? I'll use index cards, which is what these are, and then I'll even use this cheap Dollar Tree paper. These mini notepads are perfect because they're already small. You don't have to make many cuts. You will have to cut, of course, but you get a lot of paper and you get the colored paper. So if you don't want to use plain white notebook paper, consider getting a couple of packs of these, because you could cut those down too. This happens to be notebook paper. I had some extra of the, multicolored notebook paper. So what we'll do real quick, I'll show y'all. This is just a regular size playing card. Angela sent me this. Isn't it cute? Now the dimensions on this, again, is a regular size 2¼ by 3½. And this is what I did. This is what I was concentrating on earlier. If y'all saw smoke coming from the screen, that was between my ears. Look, I take my centering ruler. You do have a center point on your cinch. It's just hard for me to show it to you guys, but I can see it from my vantage point. But the centering ruler has really been a saving grace.
Thank you,
I
Hazel
would,
Naka, right?
yeah, thank you, Hazel Anaka. We built a shrine to Hazel for this one, because look,
That's
it has
right.
been a lifesaver. Angela, you didn't have one either, huh? Had you ever
No,
had one
you and
before,
I went
Hazel?
right out and bought, we,
Oh yeah,
they were in our
immediately
shop.
that day. I was like, oh my God, get me one of those. Get me two. So I know that I put a post-it note here, and I'll tell you why in just a second. I know that's my center of the card. Okay. I've already pulled how many holes that I want, because you have to tell the machine. So I've told the machine I want 4 holes in this card. Give me just a second. Look, I'm going to screw this up just because y'all are watching. Watch what I tell you. It's going to be all messed up. But hold on. I won't be nearly as good as Tracy. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. Because again, the depth of this is so deep, it's hard to see how it's going to line up. If I use the mini cinch to do it, it would be easier. But who wants easy, right?
Right. You need a challenge there, girl.
Okay. So the reason that I put the post-it down is because now that became my template. Okay. So all I'm going to do with this, it's just kind of a little cheat sheet for me, is I'm going to make sure I could have done both of them at the same time, but and make sure that's lined up. Or I could just do it like this too. Let's do this. Go back in with it. I should have done the top and the bottom at the same time. It is capable of doing both at the same time. And then the cinch machine is pretty powerful. I could probably do this in three stacks. I could probably do it in 2, but we're going to do it in 3. Let's see. I'm gun shy now. I don't trust myself with it. It's true, because I'm thinking, oh Lord. Let's see.
You know, where I usually get goofed up is not in punching. It's I have to have a post-it note when I actually bind it together to make sure I have my front and back cover the right way.
Oh yeah, because that's another kind of tricky. It's not. I hate to say. That's why I hate for you guys to watch me, because it really is not this complicated. It's just because this is one of the first times that I'm doing the playing cards. It's like anything else, I guess. Once you do it, it's really not that big a deal. I'm making it a bigger deal than it needs to be. They're like,
Well,
yeah, we're never buying a cinch machine ever.
No, I think, how long did I have mine before a long time.
I don't think Hazel's opened hers up yet.
Well, and I had watched a lot of videos on
Mhm.
using the cinch, whether it was from wherever it is, we are makers or
Yeah.
just random people. And I
Right.
got so confused that I was like, So the way you explain it is very easy to understand. So, and
Well,
I'm
I
telling you,
appreciate
you're the
that.
reason that I actually started using mine. So,
Well, thank you, Ange. Yeah, it's we're gonna go ahead and punch this, and then I'm gonna show you the binding technique. Now, my pages for the purposes of the playing cards, I probably I think it was 25 sheets in it. I'm not gonna put all 25 sheets because I want to show you guys if you can see. Tell me if that's a good vantage point, and if that's a good vantage point to see, because I know this can get a little wonky because it
right
is
now,
so big.
it looks really good.
Okay. This little coil bent on the end, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that little bent piece off. Okay. And because I know that I have 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, I need 4 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. So I'm going to cut this right past the 4th loop. And what I try to do is I try to make this cut where this little wing ending is going to be as long as possible. Because ultimately what you're going to do once you're done is you're going to take your tool here and you're going to bend that down. So I need enough clearance to be able to do that. So then you're going to take the square pieces here, and on the side of the machine, you see these little plastic hook things. You're just going to lay those inside. They'll fit. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, however long your coil is, will fit, so it will lay flush for you. Okay. And then what Angela was referring to earlier was the front and the back. What you basically have to do is make your front and back opposite of each other. Now, that doesn't seem like a big deal because there's this is non-directional, right? It's blank, it's plain. It's when you have something that's directional, because believe you me, I have messed up big time with a back cover and did it the opposite way that it needed to be done, so that when you flip it back around, it was upside down. But that's what's going to go in first. So it just lays right into those hooks. Then you're going to take your pages, you're going to lay them right into there, and then it should come right up. Okay. Now, Ange, tell me if I need to move this or, if it's still a good vantage point, because I'm going to try and bind it. So this was the hardest part for me, okay? Because I do not read directions.
Join the crowd.
I do watch YouTube, but I do not read directions. This little button right here in big letters, it says push and turn. But I am so literal that unless it says push down and turn, I did not do that. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to push down and turn.
And it's a little hard.
It is a little hard. It is a little hard. But there's a reason for that, because when you're pushing this mechanism, when you're pushing this down, it is either tightening, or it's either widening or closing this apparatus here, which is what is going to bind your coil. So that's why it's got these measurements here. Okay. It starts, if you're all the way over here, it's the widest. It's 1¼ inch coil. And you'll get those measurements right off the box or from wherever you ordered. It should have that measurements. I know that these are 3/8 coils. Okay. Now you can start at 3/8, but it has been my experience that I've always had to go down at least 1, if not 2, from that size, because it'll just be too loose. And then all you do is you push down, and that, if the pages were full, if I would have done it right too, it would bind that, and then you have a little book.
So cute.
And that's that. Yeah.
So Selena just joined us from Amore Fabric.
Oh, hey, Selena.
Hi, Selena.
Awesome.
So this is really a good way. I noticed that you did this, and I think it's really smart. A lot of us have swapped playing cards, and sometimes it's just a single, right? So it's a great way to just use the single, create a different back, kind of like a regular notebook, if you will.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, so here's flashcards. You can bind any, I mean, really think about it. There's almost anything. If it's chipboard, it'll go through chipboard. So there's flashcards. There's these playing cards I just got in Happy Mail the other day, and they're clear plastic. So they're basically acetate. Right, but it is plastic because it's pretty thick. So I'm gonna bind those. Then postcards. Right. Then I've got these. These are almost these are almost board book like, but you could bind a board book because I've done it. I wish I would have pulled an example, because Meredith, I think I sent you one of the notebooks. Didn't I send you one too, Ange? Remember that notebook that I made for you with a bunny rabbit on the front?
You made one. You made the Like a Boss one for me. Okay. The bunny.
The bunny book. Yeah, yes. The bunny book, because you can take, and I've done them several times. You can take these and make your own composition notebooks out of this.
Yeah,
it will go through this. So
that was on my special shelf.
Okay.
Meaning it's out of reach for me to get, but I have my like.
Crafting Whimsy. I am not using the mini cinch because the mini cinch will not bind the mini coils.
That's so counterintuitive, isn't it?
I know it. To me, I'm not understanding. It was the first time that I had tried to do it with a mini cinch was last night when I was preparing, and I don't understand that. I don't know why it wouldn't, but it doesn't. When you because number one, the mini cinch doesn't have an adjustment like the big cinch does. Like it's one thing, like it's going to do one coil, one size coil. That's it. So, and I just assumed it would do the mini coils. It does not. I mean, it didn't do it for me unless it's user error. I guess I should say it like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, I'm doing something, so apparently I can't talk and do it at the same time.
I
But
know. I was like that
um,
earlier. I was in concentration mode.
so one thing I forgot when you
Hmm.
started
Hmm.
was to throw out a question.
Okay.
Um, and I don't know why I thought of it when you were doing your cinch, but
Hmm.
in the comments, and I think a lot of us probably had this, but
Hmm.
use the word monkey this time. And if you're just popping in, we're each doing a giveaway for one of the journals that we will create and we'll show at the end, and you guys can pick. Janet Birdsall was the lucky winner for uh, Tracy's journal, and so
Hmm.
we'll do the same as soon as Carrie's done. But put in the word monkey and tell us if you had a trapper keeper
Oh,
when you were growing
yeah.
up, and if you did, what did it have on it?
Oh,
I don't know why the cinch made me think about that. I was like,
that's
man, I think I
fun.
looked. Oh my
Did
gosh,
I
I love.
see that? I think I saw Walmart this year had trapper keepers in their back to school again. I'm
Oh,
almost
I bet
positive I saw some.
there was nothing. I mean, there was nothing like a good trapper keeper with all those organizational areas. It
Oh
made me
no.
very, very happy.
Oh no.
Girl, I would still use one. I'm trying to remember what I had on mine. I feel like it was like maybe something with denim. I don't
Something with
know.
denim. Oh,
I
cool.
don't know why.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, it was like a kind of imagine like what I would call a lap book. So I'm showing you guys like you can see me. So you open it up like a regular binder, like a 2-inch binder or whatever, 1-inch binder. But
Hmm.
then it had the flap that had like Velcro or a snap. Some of them zipped all the way around. And then inside it had like little pockets for your post-it notes and your pencils and had all the additional things that you could put in there. Oh my.
Cool.
So, one other question I had for you. So, don't forget to put in the word monkey, and we're going to draw in a little bit. Now, when you were punching your papers, I know you were just punching a few for demonstration.
Hmm.
How many could you do all at once for, like you said, 25 or 30 pieces, right?
Yeah, you could probably do about 10 to 15 pages at one time. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty easy. Yeah, I
And I
think.
see, I see you leaning over there like that. I'm glad
Yeah.
to also know that is a normal thing. Like we all
It
have.
is. I have to be able to see it. That's the because you don't especially if you're like I said, these are kind of new for me. So eh, if you're not familiar with how much it's going to bind down, you want to make sure that you're not binding too much.
Too much because then
So
it
you
won't
can
turn.
yeah, you can start it like you could start it higher than it needs to be. And then you can always go down,
Mm-hmm.
right? You could
Right.
always go down. This
But
is the giveaway that I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one. The Golden Girls. I have a date with a man. No, Blanche with Venus flytrap. I thought this one was cute. And then, so on this one, I put some separator pages and I
no,
made some, I used this, I found this paper pad at Michael's and I just loved all the plants because it reminded me of the lanai. And so I said, well, let me
oh,
use
sure.
that one. And then I used the big 5x7 index cards for the inside. So I thought that would be just something to have, at your desk or whatever. I'm not going to bind it because I want to concentrate and I don't want to mess this one up since it's going to be a prize. I don't want to take the chance of messing it up. But I also got these these little old May cards, these funny bone cards.
Yeah, those are
And
cute.
yeah, and you know how hard, I mean, these are almost board book, and it will go through all of this, no issues, right?
I love those colors.
These were, yeah, these colors are cute on this style. I think these are from the set, nope, 1968. So we'll bind those two as we're playing today.
You're awesome. You're concentrating.
Thank you, thank you. Hey, Jonna.
Lisa Frank. Oh yes, and Lisa Frank. They're all coming back. They're
They
her
are.
designs on stuff again. So that's amazing. Let's see. We have 26 of you here. So if you haven't put in the word monkey and you want to play the game, put in monkey and let us know if you had a trapper keeper. If you can remember who was on it, that's even a bonus. Hi, Susan. Susan's here from I Totally Love It. Also, there are a ton of you on here today that have channels. If you have a channel, just use your raise your hand like an emoji or say me, so that all of us can be sure that we all go support each other, subscribe to all of you. It is Sunday, and you know what? My favorite day of the week is, and I'm pretty sure it might be your favorite day too, is Susan at I Totally Love It gives us it's like reading the New York Times every Sunday, but it's the Turtle Times, and
That's
we get to
right.
know everything that's happening in the junk journal world. So,
That's
um,
right.
yeah, please, no shame in your game. Put your channels out there. We want to follow you. We want to support you, and we want to chat with you. We love it. Um, any last thoughts about, for those that don't have a cinch that are watching, and you've shown how simple it can be. Um, and like Carrie said, if she and I can do it, then certainly all of you can do it too. Um, any final thoughts about or advice if they're going to invest in one if they don't already have it?
I think for me, I would, and I did. I got the large cinch machine first. The
Mhm.
only reason that I got the mini cinch was because I found a very good clearance deal at Hobby Lobby, 2 years ago when they were clearancing them, them out. I would not, the mini cinch wouldn't have been something that I would have purchased typically, because I think for what I do with it, the large cinch machine does it truly.
Mhm. Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, now I wish I would have bought that, what was it, $22 one at Hobby Lobby on clearance
Yeah, yeah, because
back
they
when
were
I
like crazy,
yeah,
crazy cheap.
and I didn't because I was like, well, I already have this other one still in the box. What am I mean, I hadn't used the first
Mhm.
one.
Mhm.
But I do think that for me traveling so much, especially when I'm like one place for a couple weeks, like whether it be at the lake or with Dave, that
Mhm.
cinching stuff would be nice to do on the road. But I don't,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
yeah, but I don't want to bring this big one with me.
Right. Right. Now
And
let me show you guys something, because I'm always full disclosure. I'm gonna be the first one to tell y'all when I screw something up. So just like I said, the top and the bottom, you have to put opposite. So I thought I just did that right. I did not. And the reason I'm going to show you this is because, see how I did? I, I
oh yeah,
I flipped it the wrong way. But it's really an easy fix. It's not that big. It's really not that big a deal. I mean, y'all may think so. I don't, because I'm kind of accustomed to my mistakes at this point. But you just take them apart, right? And just get
but you don't.
another four little section and just start over. See how simple that is, though? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like ripping apart an entire journal that you've sewn in, which I've done that too.
Me
And
too.
you know what I mean? Like, to me, the cinch is an easy fix.
And here's what I would say. My suggestion, if you're going to buy one, take it out of the
Hmm.
box.
Yeah.
Just take it out of the box. Give it a
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Give it
Yeah.
a go. Let's
Yeah.
check in with everybody. Let's see how Tracy's
Okay.
doing over there. Why?
Okay.
How? Oh, she's got her. Oh, look at all those beads. See, she's already on to. She's already got two more in front of her. That girl.
Golly, look at
This is
that.
my
That's
favorite Christmas movie.
awesome.
Oh, I love Elf.
Oh, that's so
Love it.
awesome.
It's one of those you got to watch it every season, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
That and Love Actually. I watch that one every Christmas too. I don't know. That's awesome, Dawn. Dawn's busting hers out. She has one.
You do? Oh, good. Good, good, good. Do you use it, Dawn, or is this going to be like your first time?
I
Oh,
think
so
she's.
I don't think she's used it.
No,
Okay, good.
nope. She has not.
I'm so glad. Yeah, go use it. Just try it.
You should. Okay, I'm gonna make you big again. Are you fixed? Are you just redoing
I'm
what you just
just,
did?
yeah, I'm just redoing. Yeah, I'm just redoing it. That's it.
Perfect. It's on right now. Oh my gosh, I love that movie. That and The Notebook. My, my favorite. That's my favorite all-time movie. Okay, let me see. Let me go to this giveaway. Oh, there we go. We're getting some. All right, I'm going to share my screen. There, that looks pretty.
Yeah.
Mm.
And if we weren't all gabbing and talking, about how long does it take you to put one of
Oh,
these?
yeah, I mean, each one, honestly, guys, it's, of course, with any project, and you journal makers will understand what I'm saying. The smaller the journal, the more work, the more prep work goes
Mm,
into it because of the cutting, right? The cutting is what takes the most time. The binding and putting it together, I could do these in 5 minutes. See, I mean, if 5 minutes. There's just
mhm.
assembly line, put them together. It'd take no time. The prep work is what takes the most time.
Yeah. And I would agree, like my binder journals, one of my favorites to do, but getting all those pages ready is the
Hmm.
longest part, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Tracy, do you find that when you did the little, I mean, because you do for craft fairs and all that. So when you do smaller journals like you're doing with the playing cards, does it take the prep work take you longer on the playing cards?
I would say yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just because the amount of cuts you have to make.
Yeah, that's true because I pre-cut everything last night.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Carolyn.
so Susie Allen said she loves the Notebook and she loves the bridge over Madison County. And let
I
me just tell
remember, remember the book Bridges Over Madison County when it came. God, how old was that?
I don't know,
25
but
years, 30 years,
probably
maybe. Yeah.
you all come to Iowa and I will take you. It's like 20 minutes from my house.
Is it really,
Oh,
Angela?
neat.
Yeah, we see
That's
all the
really
covered
cool.
bridges. We could go to the house. I think you can
Wow.
tour it, and it's the same. It's in the same town as John Wayne's birthplace.
Oh, is
Um,
it really?
Check that off your list.
Susie,
Partay.
that's it. We got a road trip now.
And there's several thrift stores and antique stores in the area there too.
Oh, well, count me
Trust me,
in.
I know.
Yeah.
Uh, Carrie, are you ready for us to do the
I'm
giveaway?
ready. I'm ready. I'm poor people. Thank y'all for putting up with that foolishness. But yes, I'm ready to give y'all something. And I promise
Wait,
I'll make it good.
wait a minute. Shut the front door.
What's wrong?
Dawn lives in Florida, but she was born in Des Moines.
Ah,
Neat.
Dawn,
I
a
grew up
fellow
in Boone,
Iowan.
Iowa. Yes, Dawn, we were neighbors. That's awesome. Well, you made a good choice moving to Florida because I don't like the winter here. All right, I'm going to share my screen again. Maybe share the screen. And if you haven't put in the word monkey, you got a couple seconds before I draw. Here we go. We're going to share the screen. All right. And let's see, who's it going to be this round? I got to get my pencil out to write it down. And the winner is Susan. I totally love it. Look at that cute turtle
Very
mug.
good. Very good.
Susan. Susan actually doesn't have a last name in my book. She just has Susan, and I draw a turtle every time I sign it. Right.
That's so funny.
This
Okay,
way,
Susan.
and I don't get her goofed up and mixed up with Susan's, who is Susan H, who's also here today, because that would be bad.
I didn't
Oh,
see Susan H. Hey, Susan H.
yeah, she
Very
was
good.
here.
Okay, cool.
Sean, did I say hi to you? Yes, I did. You were one of the first ones here. Oh, had a little panic attack. All right. Any questions that you have for the girls as they're working on these, please ask. Oh, before I start with my no-so journals, I'm going to make myself big because I wanted to show this. Carrie, did you ever get one of these?
No, I did not. I did not. Share the
Okay.
link with us. Make sure.
Yeah, it's in my shop. If you just go in the this isn't. Let's see if I can get this to. I'll just keep it down here. Because I'm getting a glare, but let's see. Which way do you not get a glare? Pretty much all the time. So this was really inexpensive. It's just a measuring, so you know what kind of coils that what, depending on what size coils you use, what you can do is, let's just use this one for example. You put after you've made your papers, you just put your papers in there and it tells you, okay, you probably need a 5/8 inch, or if it's fatter, and it goes up to like 1.5 inches. This was good and handy for me, but all you do is put your paper there and it says, okay, well, you got too many pages, so you're going to have to move up to the next size ring. So you don't have to
so perfect. That is
and
perfect.
it's really inexpensive. Hey, Cotty, it's still pouring rain. Darn it. No getting your tan on, huh? All right, so let me hide the current comment. I need a question. I think I should let Carrie come up with my question. The word for my giveaway is going to be travel. Can you believe it? So we've got a traveling monkey who loves bananas today. That's what we're going with. So you can think of a question while I show. You had asked about. I have a lag on my laptop, so I don't see it. But this is the punch needle.
Oh, okay.
Yarn,
okay.
or
I have seen that. Okay, I did not know what that was. I've seen it. Okay.
Now, like I said, it is yarn, so it's a little more delicate than your embroidery floss or your wax string, but it looks so cool, and I just like double or triple it. And
no, Angela, is that what you're using today? No, you're not using that, right?
No,
okay.
I was just mentioning it when Tracy was binding hers.
Okay.
We're gonna do no-sew journals.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So you can toss that right out the window. There we go. It's over here. All right, we're gonna start easy. I think it will be pretty easy. And I've made these in very large form, but I wanted to try them in a smaller format. Now, for this one, I actually did just use the plain card as my base, kind of as my focal point. This particular one on the front and the back, this was it was like this. It was just a regular old, like probably casino card. And these were out of a book. These are just images out of a floral book. So Beautiful. I just covered those and I had them on hand. Punch needle thread usually made with acrylic, cotton, or other blends. Yeah. Thank you, Selena. So what we're going to do, we're not going to concentrate on the decorating today, but I am going to show you how I put this one together so that you don't have to to physically sew anything. So you're going to create, now I say no sew, but on this particular one, I actually sewed my signatures in just because, but on the other one, I just used a stapler. You could, wrap them around. You could use this and bind them that way. The only reason I don't like that necessarily is that I think maybe I just pull things too tight, and it kind of stresses out the paper on the ends. So I just took the 3 signatures and sewed them right in the center. So all you're going to need is some playing cards, something to use as a base. In this case, I used upholstery fabric that I had because I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about using upholstery fabric and this little tab in there, and I couldn't get it out of my head. So that's what I used. But you can just use scrapbook paper or, a file folder, whatever you've got. And then for your signatures, I believe mine are 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. How many pages? I think I did 8 pages in each. 6 to 8. So, and I have, in this one, I have 2 signatures in this one. So, and again, your size is going to depend on what you use for your base. Other than that, you just, if you want to layer it several times, you can do that as well. But that's all you're really going to need. You're also going to need something to bind this together. So you're going to need some fabric. Now, you do not have to do this. When I put this together, you're going to see you can just leave it open and you don't have to do anything else. But I just like to finish it off with a piece of fabric. I used some eyelets to do this part and to do these. And that's about all you need. So, travel to Angela's. Oh, what was the question?
Oh, let me think. So where were the bridges at that we referenced earlier?
Ooh, see if their listening ears were on.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. You should have been a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You and Susan. Okay, I'm going to leave that open so you can kind of see where we're going. So I did pre-prep a little bit of this so you didn't have to go through all of it because I wanted to show you both of the binding techniques because they're both really easy. Okay, so you've got your front cover. You've got your back cover. Now, I did nothing to cover these at all. I mean, this is the whole piece of that upholstery fabric, and I just slapped those on. I didn't even sew these onto here. So that's all you need. The important part is going to come in putting together your signatures. So, let's just count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pages. Okay. And in this, I have 3 signatures of 6 pages. Good job, DG. You guys are all so smart. Once you get these together, the next most important part is to remember one thing, and that is whatever your first page is on each of your signatures, remember that you want the most interesting side on the inside, like this one. That's all you have to remember. And what's going to happen is you're going to grab some glue and you're going to glue this piece to your cover. Before you do that, you're going to do exactly. Did I sew these? Oh, crud chunks. I didn't sew these in advance. I was going to do that. Dag nabbit. Do I have another one? I sewed them already. Well, that's going to be a problem. No, it won't. No, it's not. It's not a problem. Because we're going to do it with this. All right. This is also in my Amazon store, and it is a game changer. It's just a magnetic stapler, but you don't have to have one of those long arm staplers in order for you to staple anywhere on a page. You just put this down. Hey, you guys, I really planned this like that. I was going to show you this. Not really. I totally forgot. Uh, ooh, there we go. So I just
Nothing
stapled
like
it.
live TV.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey, when I was in 8th grade, I had to take speech class. I took a lot of speech classes. I loved them. But when I was in 8th grade, I made they were called uh, what were they called? Waffle cookies, and they were chocolate, and you put them in a waffle maker, and I had to do a demonstration speech.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I started talking, and I turned on the mixer, and the stuff went. Oh, something just. I thought something happened in there. Oh, I got a little. I put too many staples, and I refilled this before. And that cocoa powder and everything went
Oh
flying
no!
everywhere.
What
And
grade were you in? What
I was
grade
in
were you in?
eighth
Oh
grade,
no! Oh
and Mrs.
no!
Walzer was my teacher, and I just said I had it all over me, all over the front row of kids. I had it, all over the desk,
Oh
and
no!
I just said, "Hey, this is something you don't want to have happen when you're. Do not turn the mixer on before you put it in the bowl." And I got an A in the class because
Oh wow!
I was just like, don't do what I did. Better than to, and everybody thought it was hilarious, but I was like mortified. I'm like, oh my Lord. Sorry, I didn't, even though live TV. This really has been very helpful because I do have a long arm stapler, but my gosh, does anybody else have um a long arm stapler? They're kind of heavy, they're kind of bulky, and this is by Crafty, and I did get it on Amazon. And if you go into the description and you just go to my Amazon shop, it should be in Traveling Crafters Essentials. And the only reason I'm showing you that when I put these together, the only bad part is that it's hard for me to see the center unless I distress it a little bit. So that's why I'm doing this. Yeah, Carolyn, they're kind of heavy, aren't they? But this little itty bitty thing is nice. It would also be a nice compact thing if you have, like, for Carrie, if she's on the road and wants to take a stapler, and she can
That's what I was just thinking.
use it on any size
Yeah, that'd be
project.
perfect.
Mm-hmm. The only thing you have to kind of do is you have to kind of eyeball it so you can see that you're on that straight line. There is a little arrow there, but it's pretty easy. Okay, what was gonna take like 10 minutes is now taking 15 because I'm putting
Well,
these all together.
I just think it's like, isn't it the full blood moon or something?
Oh,
Oh, you just had to mention that, didn't you?
Yeah, I
yeah.
did, because and not because you're doing a great job, Angela. I'm telling you, but I feel like I just flubbed everything up because I've had to redo 3 of them already, and I was like, oh
Well,
my God, we still have people watching. Thank y'all so much. Tracy's knocking it out of the park over there. She's just busy working away. I'm over here ripping things apart. Thank God y'all ain't seeing what I'm doing over here. Lord have mercy.
she's on number 127 of
Yes,
her journal. She's got her
exactly.
whole
That's
next craft show all planned out, and it's
Yeah,
done.
exactly. I've got another box of coils because I had to rip all the other ones up. Good Lord.
And I'm still stapling stuff together. Okay, there we go. Now we're back to where we needed to be. Oh, Jennifer, you're so sweet. Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here every time. All right, now the real work begins. So I am going to just use these are what you use in quilting, and I'm just going to clip all these together so they're out of my way. So let's just make sure I have the front on the front and the back on the back. Okay. All you're going to do, and I'm going to use Fabri-Tac since I've got fabric. By the way, all my glue is all full. It's like putting on a new pair of socks when your glue bottles are full.
I did the
It's
same thing
true.
yesterday. I made sure all my glue bottles were full.
Oh,
I love it.
I do too. And I got my case of Scotch glue sticks, and so I feel I can glue all day long today. One thing to remember, and I know you probably can't see it very well, but when I put the glue down, about 1/8 of an inch I left from the spine before I started gluing. And what that's going to do is it's going to help so that this will lay flat. Everything will lay flat when it opens up. Does that make sense? I hope.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you are not doing anything but doing this process where you lay this piece on top of your cover, if your cover is bigger, you're going to have to measure a little bit if you want to keep, say, this pretty plaid here. I'm not, so I don't care. But if I were going to leave this as my inner cover, I would have to make this piece bigger than what these pieces are. Debbie, you know what? It is Sunday fun day. You know, some scotch is fine if that's what you want to have. Now I'm gonna let this dry for a second. We're gonna come back to the cover and the back cover. But now what I'm going to do is that was my first signature. Well, now I got to figure out how I'm gonna get my second signature to attach so that you know everything doesn't fall apart. So this is my second signature, and I'm just going to turn this so you can see it, make it easy. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to leave just about 1/8 of an inch here. And I'm going to glue this all together. Now, I was using a similar process when I would do like no-sew journals. And then I did watch Natasha at Treasure Books who did this where she left this space in there so it helped it lay flat, and I've used it ever since, and I really like that idea. So, and then you're just going to put this together, make sure it lines up, and now your first two signatures are all together. Voila. Isn't that coolio? And now you're going to repeat the process on this last one. And well, let me make sure that everything is, yes, we're all good. Can you get any easier? You pause there. Let's see. Yeah. And remember, the most important part about this technique is that you don't want that glue all the way to the edge, because then it's all stuck together and your journal won't lay flat. And I have a video coming out. I'm not sure what the date is of it, but I did this with my composition notebooks because I had one when I was at my grandma's and I could not keep the thing open and it was driving me crazy. So I tore it all apart and put it back together using this technique just so my composition notebook would lay flat. But I have a video where we're going to work on that too. Okay, so now everything's together except your back cover. Let's make sure the back, it's okay. I was going to use the goose on the front, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. And there you go. Your journal is connected. And then this one we truly didn't. Hope asked, how many pages in each signature? This one I just did it's a very small. There's I think what did I say, 6 or 8 pages. Oh, you can make these really large. I mean, I used all the pages in a composition notebook to do it. So this is all bound together. Now, this is what I was saying. You could end it right there. Like, that's together. You guys all have afternoon cocktails on the brain. Okay,
Is it
so
brunch?
do you see
Is
what
it
I'm?
time for brunch?
Yeah,
Hold on.
brunch. Yeah,
Am I missing out? Y'all know I have FOMO. Don't do that to me.
yeah. Don't do that and get you your mimosa. But look how nice that lays. I like the feel of it. But what I did, and I wanted to show you just as a little added, because I had this in my head in the middle of the night, is to use this upholstery fabric. I'm actually going to sandwich this on the front and the back just for some little extra. That's why if you do something like that, like double up the cover, man, you could make this really large. And you could do 20 signatures if you wanted. That's the beauty of it. And it's a great, your pages don't need to be the same size. And you can use all of your scraps. I really like it. Now, what we're going to do on this one is I think I'm going to just glue along the edge so this then becomes a pocket. Now I'm fairly fairly sure, like 150% sure that I won't be able to, well, maybe punch through this, but we're going to try it. Oh my gosh, call me a liar. Look at that. It's because it has fabric on that side.
Oh, look at
So
that.
we're going to turn this, yeah, we're going to turn that into a pocket. Now, I want a colored ink. Oh gosh, my foot is stuck in my drawer. my foot's stuck in my drawers. Oh, that sounds really bad. I did want to cover some of this up. I should have done that before I glued it. I can fix it. Just because that raw edge. There we go. Now when I cut this upholstery fabric, it had already been, what do you call those things? Pinking shears. They, is already pinked on one side. So I just cut it with pinking shears all the way around. It's past brunch, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, girls. So there is that. No judgment here. All right, I'm just going to do that on this side. But before we do the front, we're going to put this little piece in between it because I don't know. I just think it looks cute. Now, I like to do dangles as well. So I think like I could use, it's called stiff stuff is what I have, but anything that fabric stiffener you could use. And you could stiffen the fabric so that it's really durable, and then you could probably put a heavier dangle on it. But on this one I just put it's just a little dragonfly. I just put something light on there. All right, so what I did with this is, first of all, I just took this and made it into like a banner tab at the bottom. And I simply just, because I don't want to wait. This is vintage ribbon. So then I just made this so the bottom would come out like that. Just like that. And now I'm going to glue all of it down.
Hey, Angela, Susie wants to know, how does that happen? I don't know.
How does
what happen, Susie? I'm not sure.
Please clarify, darling. Okay, let me just glue that. I am going to put a little dab of glue right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep that down. And now I'm going to turn this again this way. And you know,
Foot
Susan,
and drawer. Foot and
put in
drawer.
drawer. Well, I have a pair of like Croc sandals on, kind of like, I don't know what they're called. And I got these little things under here and it just got stuck and I don't know. I don't really know exactly how that happened. Yeah, so I don't, but like the same held true for the other one. You know, because it was pinked already, there was some of the white showing through, but you know, you can rectify it just like on that one too. And by the way, I will finish this and make it all pretty if this happens to be the winner's choice. All right, so then last thing we're going to do on this one is grab ourselves. No, not the last thing. I'm going to use this. We're going to do this too. We're going to use this and put it around the bind or the spine. I just like to close it off. No, it was me. Oy, oy, oy. I'm something. We'll use a blue one up there, and we'll just use 2 silver ones to make it easy on that one. Have you guys made the no-sew journals before? And if so, what did you think?
I have not.
I
I have
haven't.
not.
They're kind of my new favorite.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the binder journals will always forever be my favorite because
Mm-hmm.
those are the ones I usually do. Like I call them my exploding journals. They're just stuffed full of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like to do those. But as far as putting journals together,
Mm-hmm.
this technique and the next one I'm going to show you, which is equally as easy,
Uh-huh.
are they're just so much fun.
I will tell
And
you,
you
I
don't.
want to brag a second on Tracy. She did
Mhm.
one of the most, and you guys are all really good at tutorials. I always tell y'all that what I show you is not a tutorial, it's just my method. But you guys are good at it. But her tutorial that she did on soft spine journals was one of the
Mhm.
best that I've seen.
Thank,
And
thank you.
Well,
yeah, it was really good. I use it. I use a version of that, but it's really good.
I
Thank you
don't
for
know
doing
that I've
that,
seen that
Tracy.
one. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
you
go
go
It's
watch it.
in my
go take a look
tutorial
at that one.
playlist. Yeah.
I love a good tutorial. I mean, I'm a lifelong learner, so I'm like I can learn something
Mm-hmm.
new every day.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, because I did a pocket on this back one, I'm just going to use this here and I'll just pull some seam binding through it and wrap it around. So that's what we'll do on that one. I forgot that I put a pocket there. And then I'll make something pretty. But the last thing that we need to do is see, look how nice and flat that. I
Yeah,
know.
that
I'm
is nice.
I think I'm gonna let you guys decide which fabric I should use. So I have this. It's got some ducks on it. But I also have that. And I have the polka dots. So you tell me, as the more I look at it, I kind of feel differently in what I started with. What's it gonna be? Jennifer says polka dots. I love a good polka dot.
Hope wants the pink for contrast.
All right, somebody be a tiebreaker. Okay, I agree though. Nobody has said the ducks. I like the ducks, but I agreed it's too close to what we already got.
Ooh, I like the polka dots.
Okay. Polka dots it is. We're going for it. All right. All this can go over in my put away
I
pile.
love those journals. Those are so cute.
And I really liked this. I have 2 of these. I've sold most of them. I had a bunch of them I got from from interior design joints. And I have not used hardly anything. I made some pockets out of them, and I was like, that would be fun to make, with those little things hanging out. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, Dawn, the cards are adorable. Those are so. Yeah, is that the animal rummy? Is that what that is, Angela?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact,
Vintage?
I was going to,
I think I
this is,
need those.
this is the cover. They're from, I think they're they're Whitman's.
Yeah,
was
those are
Vintage.
Whitman's.
And so this was the one I was going to make with Tracy's technique. So I have that over there.
So pretty.
That's gonna be nice. Yeah, I like those.
There we go. This is all we need. And all you're going to do, guys, is just glue this on there. And then add all your other fancy schmancy stuff as you go, as you want. Or you leave it just how it is. They're so simple. And again, like, you don't need a ton of supplies. You don't need fancy paper. You don't need antique paper. You don't need all the tools. You just need scraps and some string, because you can put it together with string. You can put those signatures together with staples like I did. Of course, if you had the sewing machine or whatnot, you could do it that way. But you don't have to. That's the beauty of it.
Oh, Joni, I'm sorry. I mentioned the wrong time yesterday on my live. I'm so sorry. She was watching my live, and I apparently said 2:00, so she's late. I'm so sorry.
Carrie will make it up to you. I got this too long. I got to open it back up and cut it that way. This will all end up laying flat, but now I'm going to get my scissors all goopy. These scissors, they're a workhorse, I'm telling you. I do think, though, that I am going to have to have Dave sharpen them shortly. All right, now I'll add all the other prettiness. The
Carol
rickrack.
said she likes the no-sew technique, too. She likes that.
Who said that?
Carol Crinkle Path. Yeah. Carol said she likes that, too.
Yeah. It's just so portable, like you can create a journal no matter where you're at. All right, so I won't do any more decorating on this one. I'm just going to let it dry. I got to find another one of these to kind of keep it. Oh, here, I can use this one.
Tracy, right, did you finish the full deck of cards yet? You did 36? No,
but I've got an assembly line going over here.
I bet.
I mentioned it, I think, yesterday when I was live too. I'm like, God bless you, girl, because I know I'm a huge proponent in supporting small businesses when you go to craft fairs and antique things and things like that, because it is so much work. And
it is.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this one? You ready?
Yes.
As we have the song.
Let's see.
Y'all ready for this? Hey, at least I'm not singing peanut butter jelly time today. I did sing that. Okay, so we're gonna mix it up a little bit, but here's what we're going to do. This one I used the
pretty.
What do they call these? I don't know, but it's like a oilcloth, like a picnic table cloth. It's got this stuff on the back. And it's like oilcloth on the top. And this is how these came. Yeah, I'm going to sell some of these next week's sale, but I wanted to see how this worked. So I wanted to see how well they did sewing around them, and they worked really fantastic. So we're going to use this. It's a little bit bigger than This one is the normal size card. But what we're going to do with this is we're going to do a hinge binding. And so I'm interested. If you haven't yet said travel, tell us. You can also say, I've done a hinge binding and I love it, or I've never done it before. So we're just going to hinge these all together. Oh yeah, see, I did staple these together in advance. That's good. So we're just going to, again, do a no-sew, but we're going to use these hinges.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you, the first time that I saw somebody, I got one stuck together here, that I watched a tutorial on this, I was ready to throw something through my iPad. I was like, and to this person's credit, I mean, it probably wasn't necessarily supposed to be a tutorial. This person did on screen what I probably did off screen, and I was trying to follow along, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to try that. But see, you got to be tenacious. You got to come back. You got to try it again. So I thought, well, I'm going to give this the old college try. So all we're going to do is hinge together our front cover to each of our signatures. Now, if you wanted, you could hinge every one of your pages together. Like if you had single pages, you would do it the very same way. But I just created signatures instead of individual pages. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Ask questions now if you have them. Okay. This is what it looks like. Real easy peasy. Here we go. Now, yesterday on my live, I found this book tape and I wanted to try it. When I tell you,
I want to see it. Yeah.
yeah. So these are the two that I got in that box from the thrift store.
Uh-huh.
And this one says it was $16 retail. And so, I mean, this stuff's not cheap, right?
Right.
But this is literally, can you hear that? It's so heavy.
Uh-huh.
So this is this is what we're going to use, but we don't need it to be that thick. So I just cut these down with my trimmer, they trimmed up like a dream. So we're just going to take a couple of these. And I think on the last one, so all you're going to need to know is just put this in your heads. 3, 2, 3, 2. That's it.
3, 2, 3, 2. Okay.
That's it. Don't think any farther than you could do different numbers, like equal numbers. I'm not even going to bring them up. It's more confusing. So it's easier just to show it this way. Then when you try this a couple times, then you can start getting crazy and experimenting with it. So I'm going to cut these about, I'm just going to cut them 2 inches. Because I kind of like when it's a little bit onto the page, I think it looks good. Susie Allen, you're typing like I was texting yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? It was the full moon, I think.
It was the full moon.
Like numbers, like letters were not, like my N. I couldn't get the N to work on my phone. I was like, oh my gosh. We're gonna cut all of these up because I would rather have too many little pieces than not enough and not have them about the same size.
So
But
can I ask a question about that tape?
Yeah.
Does it feel, because I've been wondering about this, and anybody in the comments, please let me know if you've used it. Does it feel like the tape that we use in hospitals? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Is that what it feels like?
Well, okay, so let me show you because I have, I steal all Dave's when he's not looking from his travel med bag.
Right.
Okay, so this one right here is what she's talking about.
Because I was going to ask you if you did it in your around the house collab. If you've ever
I
used this
did,
tape.
I use med tape, not this.
Yeah, not that. Okay.
No, but it is very similar. Of course, obviously, this one's prettier. Now, the other med tape that I have and the one that I used in around the house was not this thick one because this is like, you're not getting that off unless you cut it off your leg or your arm, right? Whereas
Right.
this stuff is, I use this a lot too, but it's the thinner, like it's also medical tape, but you would use it
It
more for
is,
like,
but it's that gauzy feel,
like
but
what,
it's still very durable, right?
yeah, and it'd be like what you might wrap a bandage around, so you can kind of see
Okay.
through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more exactly like this stuff. So there you go, Carrie.
Okay. Okay.
Save yourself $15.
Yeah.
You
I,
know,
I was wondering, I'm cheap. I
that's
like an
right.
alternative.
That's right. But since we got it, we're going to use it and see how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Jonna said Paper Source is an expensive store. There is one in Memphis. Very cool. All right, so here we go. Let's see how easy this comes off here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to space this. I can't tell you the dimensions because depending on what you put in layers, depending on how big your cards are all different sizes. It's going to depend on how many of these you'll put, but we're just using 3, 2. That's all you need to know. How about we not use all of these at the same time? Okay, so you're just going to hinge this by putting it right here. Now remember, we're putting 3 on first. The only thing I worry about is it might be a little bit sticky, like
Mm-hmm.
in between it. But I guess because I use fabric a lot when I do this.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of tape. But
Okay.
we're just gonna, so, and on this one, I did, this is wallpaper. Wallpaper works fabulous. So you don't even need to really worry how straight it is either. Except for you need to make sure that you have space between the, oh crap.
What happened?
I just did something wrong.
What happened?
Well, nothing. I will fix it.
Okay.
Hang on. I don't want to tape that to this yet. Where those of you who have done this. Okay, the one thing I don't like about this is that it is kind of hard to get. I think,
Go ahead.
bye Gigi. What did I miss something that Janet asked? I'm trying to figure it out. Oh my gosh, here. We're gonna use that.
She uses this hinge method for lots, 12 signatures. Oh, you use it, Janet, for up to 12 signatures, like journals that have larger amounts of signatures. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what she meant. I was just trying to make sure she didn't have a question.
She's asking, do you think you could use this for a journal that had 12 signatures? You think it would work?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What I would probably do, and it would depend, depending on how big your book is, but you would probably want to use more tabs, right? So for this little tiny thing, we're just using 3 and then 2. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that I'm thinking is that because this is tape, I think I want to do it. I'm taking a risk here, but I'm going to do it this way because this doesn't seem to be do you see that? It's not really sticking to this.
Yeah, I noticed. I thought that might be the case earlier when you took it off.
Yeah. So I can have this later. And, you know, it still looks cute like that. But it's definitely not. I just want to make sure this is going to work.
Okay.
I think it'd be just fine. I may have to put a little dot of glue on. Which you would think, if this stuff is expensive and it's supposed to be to bind books, you would think it would be stick to everything.
Right. Right.
So there you go, friends. I don't know that I would be going out and buying this if you don't have
If
it
I give
already. All right,
you,
so
I just, yeah. Yeah, I just get the medicine tape out of Dave's bag.
that's what and and the thing is, you know, he has many rolls, so it's not like he realizes I take so much of
Right. Sure. You'll never know.
when the cat's away, you know.
That's
Um,
right.
what I'm doing next is I'm putting 2 of these. Now I'm down to 2 right in between, and this is just how I do it because it makes it easier. I'm just
Okay.
laying it down here
Okay.
and putting it on, making sure it's even.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you've got 3 on the first page and 2 on the second page. That's as easy as it gets. Now, when I did the last one, I wanted the front to come over just a little bit over
Mm-hmm.
the edge of my pages. So
Mm-hmm.
I moved it, you know, up a little bit. You don't have to. I
Okay.
just did. So after
Okay.
you've got 3 on the front cover, 2 on the second one, now you've got to adhere these together, right? So my signature is stapled together, and I'm just going to take these 3 pieces from the cover and fold them over.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's attached. Done. Oh, I do like how that looks though. I'm still not convinced I'm not going to have to glue them down. All right, so just so you get the idea now, as you can imagine,
Mm-hmm.
we have 2 here, right? But now we need to
Mm-hmm.
have 3 on this one. So we're just adding 3 of these. And like I said, if Janet has 12 signatures and she's got a book that's 9 by 6 or 12 by 10 by 12, then she's going to want to use a whole lot more. And that med tape would probably be really good because you can get different widths. And the one I have is pretty wide. So
Mm-hmm.
my suggestion is, and Carrie, you can tell me what you think, but I'd buy bigger width and then cut it down because it's
And cut
easy
it
enough.
down. Right.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
always get this question, what am I doing here? This is just a piece of chipboard with double-sided tape on it. And when I can't
Mm-hmm.
get a sticker off, I just stick it onto that double-sided tape, and then it seems to work to get this off. I want this moved over a little bit. Okay. I'm lifting this up again so you can see. So the 2 is hooked to this signature, the 3 to this signature. We're going to put it down, and we did 3 the first time, so now we're doing 2 the second time. And now, so now we're on the 3 here, so we need to do 2 here. That's all you do, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. I could have just hinged it with 2, 2, but I think in learning that, it's better to have odd numbers because it's easier to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I do it, every time I pick it up, I'm like, okay, so now I've got to do 2. Because I squirrel. And, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, yeah.
pretty soon I'm like, oh, how many did I put down? What was I doing? Especially if I'm crafting and doing something like this and watching one of you on YouTube.
I know. I feel like I have to go rewind so often if because I'm concentrating on what I do, but then somebody will say something, I'm like, wait, what? Let me go back and rewind. Hold on.
Yeah,
What?
hold on a second. Okay, now we're at the back cover. So I don't
Uh-huh.
have to do anything else. All I do is flip it on there. And again, I do want this one to line up with my cover, so I want it a little bit farther apart. Now, if you were going to leave this so that the spine shows, because it does look pretty cool, we're gonna have to cut this one down a little bit. Then you might want to just have it snugged up here, but I wanted it out a little bit. I'm gonna cover mine again, just like I did the other one, but we don't want the little mousie's face to be covered, so we're gonna make that a little bit shorter. And that's all there is to it. And hopefully I made it so it's not confusing. If you just practice, and that's what I was saying at the very beginning when, Carrie, when you were getting your technical stuff underway, I was telling Tracy that for all of us doing these today, if you have never made a journal or you have not, you've played around with ephemera, but you haven't actually made an entire junk journal, these little projects are great for beginners because you can test out all of these different ways to bind your journals in small little projects that so what if you have to rip them out,
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly.
Right?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point.
So these are good ones to try it with. Okay, now you guys got to make a decision. We got this that we could use. We've got pink, which that doesn't really go with that one. And then we've got the gingham. I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are. Well, there's two ginghams, pink gingham or blue gingham.
Let's see. Guys, vote. I have a terrible lag today. I'm not sure why. I'm usually not this laggy.
I did too, and I also had a it was just mine was spooling on my laptop.
Huh.
I think the blue would look good, but that green is so cool looking. Like I love.
Carolyn said blue. Hope said blue.
Yeah, the blue would probably go the best, but that green is kind of a cool contrast.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know what I could do? I could make everybody happy, and off camera, if somebody, I could use the blue for here. Okay, or see, I'm giving you all kinds of choices. I could turn this into a ruffle and put the ruffle on like I did on this one on the inside. And use the gingham here, or I could do a gingham ruffle and use this around here. It does look pretty good. This contrast does look pretty good. Let's make sure it will go around here first. Oh yeah, sure, for sure. I'm kind of thinking that might look cool.
It's cool ribbon.
I think I'll do ruffles. Oh, and that's the other thing that's so cool about these. Okay, blue ruffle, and we'll put this around here. The other thing that I think will sell you on trying these two ways of binding. After I was done with this one, I got all done with it. Excuse me. And I was like, I just want to go crazy and I want to sew it. Each one of these, like all you have to do, let me put this back on here how I had it. Because you can spin this all the way around. Like I just took each page and whipped it through my sewing machine after I was all done with it.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I know. See, even on here, like I could sew this. I sewed, the only one I couldn't was this one because it was, I guess I could have went this way with it, but I didn't trust myself quite enough. But all the rest of them, I just zipped them through there by folding all these pages back.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That was a game changer for me. And because I'm one of those people that does not put I don't put my covers on anything until I've got all my signatures done.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? Yeah.
A lot of
because I changed my mind like it changed my undies, I gotta I want choices. So I was like, I'm not putting it together, but this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it. You just learned 5 binding techniques for your journals. And some of them you may have known before, some of them you may have known and not tried, and some of them you might not have ever done. So we hope that you give them a go, but don't go anywhere. We got more giveaways to give away.
Yeah.
All right, and then that's all. Oops, I got a little bit of Miss Mousy. So while I'm adding this on here, tell me, ladies, what you two have upcoming on your channels that we can all look forward to in the coming let's just say month, because it's the beginning of September, right? Or a month or two. What do you got going on?
You want to go first, Carrie?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So right now I'm just recently started the Train to the West, a Victorian era journal. And I will be working on that for the month of September and then doing a wrap party at the end and giving away a journal, an ephemera pack, and my leftover goodies. And then in October, I'm doing Christmas Palooza to get ready for my craft fair because I sell mostly December dailies at this craft fair. And I will be doing every 2 days, I'm going to be doing cover and signatures, but then every day I'm also going to be doing ephemera. So it's going to be a crazy October, but it should be a whole lot of fun. You'll get lots of Christmas inspiration for sure.
That
awesome.
is going to be
How many?
fabulous.
I know, and I'm just curious, just for the fun of it, how many do you do for your craft fair? Like, how many
I will
December
take
dailies do you
just as
create?
much as I can make. Last year, I spent 5 weeks prepping for the craft fair, and I want to say I had about 50 journals.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How long did it take you to do them, Tracy?
5 weeks. I can
5
whip out
weeks.
journals when I'm getting ready for a craft fair, which keep in mind, they're not what I would call, they're not a Sunbonnet Sue journal. They're more like those monthlies I make.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or
Okay.
they're the
But
ones
still, it's
where
a lot
you,
of
or
work.
like a little golden book journal, those kind of journals. I can do
Yeah.
those in about 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
Yeah. And I do fully dress them for the craft fair because, like I said, in my area, most people don't even understand what a junk journal is. They
Mhm.
look at you like you're crazy, but they're
But
like, oh, these are
how
so
long have you
pretty.
been doing it in your area? How long you been doing this craft fair?
3 years.
3. Okay. So
Yeah.
you probably at this point you're going to have repeat customers because I've heard you say, like now people they'll
Oh,
ask
yeah.
for custom journals and things like that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Since I've started my YouTube channel, I've had to stop the custom journals just because with filming and all of that, there's not enough time. But
Mhm.
I loved doing custom journals because I made journals I never would have otherwise made. Uh,
Right.
there's just themes you don't even
That's
think
awesome.
of yourself, and it makes you think outside the box for sure. And I like doing that.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
that's my I would rather do a custom journal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're fun for sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
And see, I'm just the opposite.
Mhm.
It's like when we design a house, that we're gonna renovate. I like to just do it and be able to throw things, by Dave or whatever. But immediately, if somebody buys it before we're finished with it, and now we're customizing it for somebody else, I'm like, it's not nearly as fun for me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
It,
you like the artistic freedom, right?
I do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't want to disappoint anybody. Like
Mhm.
I want to make sure, and that's why I'm struggling with my best friend's daughter. I'm going to their wedding in October, and I wanted to do some kind of journal because they're very artsy fartsy. Her mom's an artist, and I know that she would appreciate it. So, which very few of my friends probably would appreciate it, but I know her daughter would. And I'm like, I don't want it to be a wedding journal, but I want it to be something they can just kind of remind them, add to them, like truly, because believe it or not, kids like my kids' age are really getting into junk journaling and things like that. Like the travel journals, it's trending. Ladies, we're trending. And
Woohoo.
so I think she would like it, but I'm stymied because I'm like, oh, but I'm making it specifically for somebody who never, I know it's custom, but she didn't ask for it. So I don't know.
Right.
I think I just put a lot of pressure on myself too,
Yeah. Yeah.
But so Miss Carrie, what do you got going on in your
So you'll
next?
see on I Totally Love It's Junk Journal News and More this evening. She'll have an announcement that she and I are going to be doing a collab in the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a kind of a school themed, and I actually approached Susan, and thank goodness she agreed. I wrangled her into doing this with me, and the reason that I do it or I wanted to do it, is because you guys who are in here, most of you already know that I absolutely love nurses. It is only because of nurses that I've had the very rewarding work that I do. I learned from nurses, and I'm so appreciative of that. But what you may not know is I also love our teachers. And it is because I would never in a million years be able to do what they do. And I don't think that they get nearly the recognition that they deserve. And if you don't know this, Susan has been a teacher for 29 years.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, it's really incredible for her to have dedicated her life to doing it. And so I wanted to do this in honor of Susan, and it's like I said, it's going to be a school related theme, and I'm really excited to show you what we're going to do. So, be on the lookout for that. That's my next kind of big
That
thing.
is exciting.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
really excited
exciting.
because I know
And
we have a lot of teachers who not only are creators and content creators, but we have a lot of teachers who watch us. So I'm
yeah,
excited.
Hmm.
God bless all the teachers. And
Hmm.
Susan seems to still have her sanity after all those years
I
too.
know. Listen, do hear how calm? You watch Susan's channel, and she's so calm. She has a very calming effect about her.
She
And I'm
does.
thinking, oh my God, I would be. Oh, look, I'd be a lunatic. I already am a lunatic. Can you imagine if I had to teach somebody else's children? Oh,
I
because it's
know,
not the
right?
kids. It's us. It's us,
Right.
the adults that come in and no, 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 no.
I
So
know.
yeah,
She's a
that's
saint.
my big thing. That's my big thing.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Well, next Wednesday, not my channel, but uh hop over to Hazel and Aka Design. I will be her guest on her Heart to Heart with Hazel's on Wednesday.
Yay.
And I told her, I'm like, do I need to prep for anything? Do you have a list of questions? Like I'm going on friggin' Jay Leno or something. I'm taking this serious. She's like, no, just show up. And I'm like, okay. You make me
That's
a
Just be
little.
exciting.
ready because she's going to ask you about purple. Now, that much I know.
Well,
That's
hopefully
always
she
the
doesn't ask
standard
me.
question.
Hopefully she does not ask me that until the end because I know she's got a lot of lovers of purple. And spoiler alert, I am not one of them. So I might be the anomaly. Poor thing. Yes. And unfortunately, like I tend to like miss. I usually have something to do, so I always have to watch her replay. And Carol at Crinkle Pass said, "Yeah, you probably need to make sure you got your alarm set and don't miss it next week. Clear your calendar, girl. Clear your calendar."
Now, she
So
changed the time, though, right? Isn't that part of what she did? She changed I thought the day and the time.
yes, so now it is on the 10th is Wednesday, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
Wednesdays.
yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
So yeah, just I got to keep. I have an alarm set for tomorrow, and then another one for the day before, and
Dawn, I'm going to throw in Hazel's channel real quick. Hold on
Oh
a
yeah, for
Oh,
second.
sure.
Right
yeah.
now.
And
So
Angela, I don't know. Go ahead.
oh, other than that, I just have the October is our Prairie Girls Gather
Mm.
collab. It's an open collaboration. Jonna and Carrie and I have, or Carrie, Jonna
Carol.
and Carol and I have a large amount of Holly Hobby, Little House on the Prairie. I have the ginghams. just things prairie related. I have a digital that's I'm going to be giving away. I'm doing another freebie on my Ko-fi for getting ready for that. So everybody can participate. We're just going to do every Monday on in October and create some things. And if you're watching, currently there's a group of girls that are doing the collaboration that's hosted by Kara, Paper Confessions with Kara Mia,
Oh,
and
yes.
yeah, and BB's Closet Creations. Well, one of the things that I am go go watch those. It's that I don't know. It's a very long prompt, but it's I'm not even going to try. I will screw it up. Paper bag journal prompt 2025, something like that.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. Look at if I say it fast, it happens. But what I'm going to do is when I'm doing all of my prompts and creating the paper bag journal, so you'll see all of the same what do you call it, thumbnails on these, but these I'm actually going to use for my all my ephemera that I for the journals that I do. And so these are all the paper bags, and so they're kind of a little Prairie Grill inspired as well, but um that's what I've been working on over there. So I'm trying to be uh mindful of what I'm working on so that it all kind of ties together to the next thing. And other than that, unless I'm every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you, Carol. We have a live sale, and that is Carol, myself, and Sandy Wilhelmina. We're there every week, and then we usually have a guest at least once a month. This month, on the 16th, will be Jonna, the preppy crafty girl. She is going to be there, and I'm not sure if we have anybody else for September or not, but it's always a fun time. You don't have to feel pressured to buy. It's really just a time to come together and hang out and giggle and just be with friends. It's very simple. So, yeah. And I thought Tracy had something she was saying. Look, she got 6 of those done.
Well, I still have to put the dangles on these 3 on the bottom, but yeah, they're easy to make. I just wanted to thank you, Angela, for asking me to do this with you. It means so much. And I want to appreciate everybody that came and watched us. I appreciate the time you're spending with us. I know everybody's time is really valuable.
Yeah, I love it, and there's nothing I would rather do on a Sunday afternoon. And I am just so happy that you jumped right in, and I was like, oh gosh, I hope she says yes. It would be so much fun. And so,
Well,
thank you,
anytime.
thank
I'm
you.
always up for a challenge and anything new.
Yeah, I just love hanging out with you. And if we can't do it in public, like face to
Mhm.
face, we might as well go live and do it together. Which,
Yeah.
ladies, and hopefully maybe Carol will put the link in the description or in the chat. Speaking of spending time together, for a very long time, many of you have asked about a retreat, and we've all said, let's do it. And finally, I was like, I think we just really need to do this. Um, Carol and Hazel and Jonna agreed to help plan it. Where that will be located, we don't know yet. Somewhere in a central area so that everyone can get there easy. Um, but your help in planning it is going to be important. So if you can go over and take that survey, that would be huge. It's just going to ask you simple questions like about how many people would you feel comfortable with? Do you want to have your own room or share rooms, or have the choice of, or do you want to just have food catered in, or those kind of questions. It's nothing hard, but we'll continue to ask questions as we continue to plan too. So we're pretty excited about it. I get to put my event planning hat on, and I believe Jonna was an event planner too, and I believe Hazel. Well, oh, and if you want to get married, like Hazel can marry you. She's ordained. We do know that. So you can do retreat/wedding event. There you go. I feel like Hazel did a lot of event planning too, but I could be making that up. Oh, thank you, Trish, for taking the survey. Yeah. And 1 week from today, Carol reminded me, we also have the second Bible journaling reset, which that was so much fun. I really had a good time, and we have some giveaways for that this week. I believe Jonna is doing the giveaway, and then next week I'll be doing it. So yeah, it's very simple, and it's fun. The questions are not difficult questions for the survey. Yeah, and that's it. Well, what do you have planned for the rest of the day, ladies?
Well, I'll probably knock out the rest of the items I prepped to make these little mini journals and use all those items up. And then I will be getting back on the Train to the West series.
Getting on that train, chuga chuga.
Mhm.
I'm going to draw for the last giveaway, which the word was travel. And Carrie, what was the question?
Where were the bridges at that we were talking about in the book that we discussed earlier?
Oh, yes,
And I think there were several people that answered.
there was.
Mhm.
But you can also say, I don't know, I wasn't listening. Or travel. No clue.
Yes,
I wasn't
that's
here for
right.
that.
That's
Just put
right.
something in. Just put the word
Just
travel in
put,
it.
that's right.
I'll give you a couple seconds before Hi, October Dawn. How are you? It's great to see you. I'm going down to your neck of the woods next month. And I will say, while I'm having people put their goodies in there, I have a date for the wedding. And Landon and I are going together. Dave couldn't go. He's going to be in the Boundary Waters paddling in a canoe up by Canada and northern Minnesota. And we're going for a whole week. I'm so excited. Like, he and I have never done anything like that. So my son, who's a senior in college this year, is going to spend a week with his mama. I couldn't be more excited.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yes, that's so nice. That's wonderful.
Although he's going to want to be golfing a lot. And I'm like, well, I'll drop you off and I'll go thrifting. Deal? He's like, fine. All right. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to see who is winning the word travel. Share your screen. There we go. Nope. I got to do this first. Hang on a second. Ooh, it might. Yeah, this must be my laptop or something because everything is really slow over here. Okay. If you typed in the word travel, type it in again, please, real quick. You don't have to put anything except the word travel. I just want to make sure it's actually changing. Sorry, there we go. I was like, wait, that can't be right. It said there was only 3 in there, and I'm like, not correct. Okay, now here we go. And we're going to draw. Here we go. And the winner is Cotty. Congratulations.
Oh, yay.
See,
Congratulations, Patty.
you got sunshine on a cloudy day. Hope that made you
That's
feel better.
awesome.
Yeah, poor
That's
girls
awesome.
at the beach and it's raining like cats.
Uh-oh. That's her sunshine, though, right there. She got a prize.
That's right. She got a prize for the day. So let me put all 3 of us back on the screen. And ladies, if you would like, well, let me ask you girls, do you want them to, well, you're giving away your Golden Girls journal, right, Carrie?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. So Carrie is sending Miss Susan
Yes.
Golden Girls journal.
Yes.
And I believe, Tracy, you said the
I
girls
get
could
to
pick.
pick. Yeah.
Yep. So Janet B, if you are here, if you're still here, you can pick now. If you're not, I better write myself a note too to send that information. Janet to Tracy, just in case she might not, if she's not here. And she wants Charlie Brown.
Oh,
That was
he wants Charlie Brown. Good choice. Yes, I'll get a
congratulations.
really cute dangle on that and get that
There-
sent to you.
I gotta move mine over. Okay, so these two are complete. These two I need to finish because they're not finished yet. I only have those two. So, Cotty, which one do you want? Now I'm gonna have that song in my. I guess you'd say.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was fun. Good idea, Carrie.
Ah, y'all are so up. Thank y'all for joining us today.
Oh my
Thank y'all so
gosh.
much. Thank you so much for the invite, Angela. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yes, I
Yeah,
was.
this was a great way to spend a Sunday. This was fun. It's always so much more fun to craft with others.
Yes,
Thank you
I
so
would
much,
agree.
Tracy. Thank you, thank you. Your products are beautiful. They're
Thank
so
you.
cute.
Yes, for sure. You're gonna be very successful, I am sure. Do you have any other paper crafters at your craft shows doing things?
No, nope,
So
just
that's
me.
great. You're
Yeah.
monopolizing the market. That's fabulous.
Well, they don't let just anybody into this craft show. It's by
Oh
invitation
yeah.
only.
Is it sanctioned?
I'm not sure. I know that you have to try out for it. Like you've got to show
Yeah.
products, and if you've got YouTube channels or social media, they want to be able to see all that. Make sure you're a good fit.
Yeah. So they do. They vet you well, huh?
Yes.
Well, there's no doubt you're going to do fabulous. So make sure you take pictures when you're there this year of
Oh,
your
I'm
booth.
going to. I'm actually going to do a live from there for a part of it. I usually get a couple
Yay.
people come help me at the show, so I'll be able to do a little live.
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you again, ladies. And Cotty, I will pick my favorite. I'll finish these up and then I'll pick my favorite. But I am going to talk to you later this week, so I'll let you choose then for sure. But thank you all for joining us. If you're watching on the replay, give us a thumbs up. Tell us what you liked. Ask questions if you have them. We'll check the comments. And until next time, friends, happy crafting, and we will see you again soon. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks. Bye, guys.